In the United States, members of Congress will vote in the next few hours on whether to impeach Donald Trump. Impeachment is the two-stage procedure which can lead to the removal of a sitting president. In the first stage today, a majority in the House of Representatives, led by the Democrats, would need to support the move. If that passes, a trial would be held in the US Senate, dominated by Republicans, the president's party, next month. Two-thirds would have to vote in favour. That's unlikely to happen. But if it did, Donald Trump would be forced from the White House. The president has called it all a witch hunt. Our North America editor John Sopel is at the White House. And John, this is politically and historically a significant moment for America.
Oh, Fiona, undoubtedly it is. Donald Trump left the White House about half an hour ago, and he's on his way to a rally in Michigan. And it's perfectly possible that you're going to have that split-screen moment where Donald Trump is getting up on the stage just as the House of Representatives is voting to impeach him. He faces two charges. The first is abuse of office, that he lent on the Ukrainian president to get him to investigate a domestic political rival, the former Vice President Joe Biden, who's running for the Democratic nomination next year. The other is that he obstructed Congress by refusing to allow his staff or to hand over papers to that congressional investigation into looking into impeachment.
Merciful God, we pause in your presence and ask God.
December the 18th, 2019, a day that will go down in American history, a day that started at least with solemnity.
Give them wisdom and discernment.
But very quickly moved from the sacred to the profane as the bitter partisan dogfight took over.
If a president undermining our national security and using the federal government for his own selfish personal gain is not impeachable conduct, then, Madam Speaker, I don't know what is.
Today, we have a president who seems to believe he is a king or above the law.
And then the counterblast from the Republicans.
It's a sham impeachment. It's been carried out at the expense of hardworking Americans who just want us to move forward.
There is no proof, none, that the president has committed an impeachable offense.
And from the Democratic Speaker, a tone of sorrow rather than anger.
I solemnly and sadly open the debate on the impeachment of the President of the United States. If we do not act now, we would be derelict in our duty. It is tragic that the President's reckless actions make impeachment necessary. He gave us no choice.
The last president to be impeached was Bill Clinton in 1998 over lying about his relationship with the White House intern Monica Lewinsky. And before that, you have to go back another 130 years to President Andrew Johnson. By the end of today, Donald Trump will, in all likelihood, have joined the club that no one wants to be a member of. The president has spent the morning in the residence where his Twitter thumbs have been busy. Can you believe that I'll be impeached today by the radical left do-nothing Democrats, and I did nothing wrong? A terrible thing. Read the transcript. This should never happen to another president again. Say a prayer.
Mr. President, are you worried about your legacy?
Donald Trump left the White House this evening saying nothing. For this first part of the impeachment process, it won't be about prayer, it'll be about votes. And the president doesn't seem to have them. John Sopel, BBC News, Washington.
Relatives of 4 British soldiers who were killed in the 1982 Hyde Park bombing have won the first stage of a High Court civil case against